Welcome to day 15 of our Europe vlog. We begin with this quick clip from last night showing some late night chimney cakes we went out and got. It's essentially a long chimney shaped donut with cinnamon. We began today with a little walk through Budapest to go and find some brunch. And after our brunch here, we went just for a quick walk before our walking tour. We ended up stumbling across this flea market in the Jewish quarter, which was interesting to look through. And we also discovered the Hungarian Opera House, which was a nice big building with a very intricate inside. We then went and began our walking tour, and who should we find? It's our tour guide, but Zoltan again. Different tour company, but ended up having the same host, which was great. He was quite knowledgeable and still engaging. This one was a tour of the Jewish district, and we got to learn a bit about the history of the Jewish people in Hungary as well. We saw a couple of synagogues, and this was a memorial for the Jewish people who died in the World War II. It's a metal weeping willow, and on each leaf is the name of one person. We saw this memorial to one of the people who helped save a lot of Jewish people from death. And we also got to see a lot of the modern artwork that is visible today in the Jewish area. A tribute to Rubik. And this was a tribute to a famous Hungarian footballer who ended up being buried alongside the kings and queens in St. Stephen's Cathedral. We got to see another very intricate synagogue before heading to one of the ruin bars of Budapest. A ruin bar is a bar that is set up in a building that has been left to ruins when the communists took over Hungary. So it's quite a unique vibe, with lots of graffiti and different chairs, like odds and ends, chairs and tables, and just a different vibe in every room you step into. After that, we went and found a coffee at this place, so good to be home again, and then went to the Museum of Illusions. This museum was full of lots of optical illusions and mind-bending things, like this endless mirror that you could look up and see for infinity. We had this artwork that combined the three primary colours of light, but when you made shadows, it split them into the secondary colours, so that was pretty cool to see. Great dance moves. And a room of infinite mirrors. This tunnel was very trippy, hard to walk through. The outside of the tunnel was spinning quite quickly with lights, but then the passageway was still just, quite an interesting experience to walk through. Nearly fell over. Here's us sitting on the outside of a building in Budapest, much safe. This is a picture of Einstein made up of random numbers. This is just a normal scale picture of Ellen and I. Also a normal picture of me sitting on a chair, a light dodecahedron, and Ellen doing a symmetrical star jump. He also had some holograms that only appeared at certain angles, but definitely looked 3D in the images. And after the Museum of Illusions, we switched up the vibe completely and went to the House of Terrors, which was a museum and monument to the people who died due to the Nazi occupation and the Soviet occupation of Hungary. We couldn't take photos inside, so we haven't got many there. But after that, we walked back home, enjoying the great views of Budapest at night and some questionably aggressive but right on brand driving. And on the way, we stopped to get some pizza to take home. So Ellen slicing up the pizza like a pro. It was very good. See you all tomorrow.